Welcome to Midday Maryland. I'm Elsa M. Coming up on our show today, it's a Midday Maryland takeover. Get the scoop on a company that helps you become more of who you truly are. We have the founder of Ascentim, Lisa L. breaking down what they do for you. That's coming up now on Midday Maryland. Today we are celebrating a milestone, 5 years of Ascentim, an award-winning executive coaching and leadership development firm founded by Lisa L. Lisa joins us today for the entire show so that we can get a complete understanding of Ascentim and its impact. Hello, Lisa.
Hi, Elsa.
Happy to have you on the show. Let's just start out by asking you just to tell a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a former corporate executive. I spent 20 plus years in Fortune 500 organizations, leading at the most senior levels. Now, as the founder of Ascentim, I get to go back and coach leaders who were very much in the similar space as I have been in.
What do you think that leaders struggle with today?
Oh my gosh, so many things, but the one that stands out that I see most consistently is just the pressure to lead at the level they're on, the pressure to do more, to ascend to various levels in an organization, and being unclear really about how they fit, like who they truly are fitting into the spaces that they're in.
And then tell us about your signature concept. You call it the area of greatness, right?
Yes.
That helps them tap into that.
It helps them tap into it, exactly. Okay. The area of greatness is the place where three very important things come together. Number one, it's your strengths. These are your talents, the things that you're naturally good at, and what you've developed through your career.
Okay.
The second thing is your passions, the things that you love to do.
Okay.
And the third is your purpose, your why, the reason for your leadership. So if you can find that space where the things that you're good at doing align with the things that you love to do and it fulfills your purpose, that's your area of greatness.
That is your area of greatness. Even hearing you describe it, it's everything is coming together. But sometimes it seems like that might be hard to find that.
It can be hard to find. The thing that people most often omit is their purpose, because we think of purpose as being this big thing, your big why, but sometimes it's a smaller thing. It is the thing that makes you energized to do what you do.
And we mentioned that it's the company's 5-year anniversary. So how has the last 5 years been when you're helping people find that great why?
It has been two things at one time. It's been the most rewarding thing I've ever done and the hardest thing I've ever done.
You're probably helping so many people.
I am, and that's what brings me joy, truly, to see the people that I work with achieve something that they didn't think was possible, or to get it faster than they thought they could. That makes it all worth it.
And we are celebrating this 5-year anniversary a special way. You have an announcement for people who are looking to maybe try out these coaching packages, correct?
Absolutely. For anyone who signs up for a coaching package between now and the end of the year, they will get 25% off whatever package they choose. So that's 5% off times 5 years, 25%.
That is incredible. All right. And they can just go to that website, ascentim.com/contact.
That's right. And they can book a complimentary strategy session there so we can talk about what they need, make sure that we're a good fit for each other, and then they choose the package that's going to work best for them. And
as we mentioned, you are with us the entire show. So when we come back, we are going to learn more about your leadership development program, what it actually entails. So stay with us for more Midday Maryland with Lisa L. right after this. We're back with Lisa L. founder of Ascentim, and we want to talk about the Ascentim leadership development, what it actually looks like. So tell me what it is.
Yeah, so the leadership development program is really what I do with leaders and their teams. So whereas coaching can be one-on-one, this is for the team. It is all about developing leaders, creating strong teams, and cultures that thrive.
And so explain how you work with teams to achieve that.
Yeah, so nothing that we do at Ascentim is cookie cutter. I create custom experiences for each organization that is tailored to them around my leadership development framework, which is think, connect, lead, and act.
Okay, explain more about that.
Yeah, so it all starts with the leader is the center, right? So we think about how the leader thinks. So what assumptions they make, what are their beliefs, and how that affects the team. A lot of times, leaders think that they're being clear, for example, but their teams really don't understand what they're wanting from them,
Right.
right? So we get clear on that first. Then we move to how they connect, because leading is really about relationships. It's all about people. So they have to be able to connect with their teams, and their teams connect with each other.
Okay.
From there, then they can actually lead. Leading is about inspiring people and creating influence. If people aren't clear about what you're thinking, if they're not connected to you, they're not going to be inspired to follow you.
Right, absolutely. It's just going to be you droning on and no one wanting to do the actual work. So, can you describe the impact that you have on these companies when they finally figure it out?
Yeah, that is the best part,
Yeah.
right? Is that the impact first happens within the leader. As the leader starts to change, the team starts to gel and connect. So we start to see improvements in efficiency within their teams and how the teams communicate with each other. And that's going to drive results. Ultimately, the goal, right, for any organization is to perform and deliver on the mission of the company. And so that's what we see. It becomes easier.
And how has it been for you, just sort of experiencing that, seeing a team come in, they're not communicating the way that they should be, the leadership is not there, and going through this program and then seeing that end result?
Yeah, that is the best. That's why I do what I do. You know, for example, I did a 2-day leadership development event a few weeks ago with a Coca-Cola bottling company. And they didn't have a clear leadership standard. People said that they weren't holding their teams accountable across different plants, right? The things were inconsistent.
Right.
So after the leadership development program, they had a clear standard that we developed during the lead section of the training. They have communicated that out to the entire organization now, and they rated the overall experience 4.9 out of 5. That you
Wow.
can't really ask for better than that,
You
right?
really can't. What do you think makes Ascentim so different that you are getting those types of reviews?
It's a couple of things. The first is everything is customized for that organization. So a lot of training is just that, it's training, it's designed to teach someone something. Ascentim's leadership development is, yes, we're going to teach them something, but it is customized to their organization. So it's not just leadership theory, it's about leadership in your company. And then the second thing that's most important is it is about actions. Everyone comes away with commitments that they've made to actually change their behavior. So it's not just teaching you something, it's actually inspiring you to change how you lead. So you think differently, act differently, lead differently. That's what ultimately delivers the result.
So there's so much that goes into it before the teams even come to you. If you are customizing, that means that you are sort of diagnosing what you see as the problem to begin with, and then they come in and they learn the skills for their specific needs.
Absolutely. Yes.
That is incredible. All right. So from here, we want to talk about coaching because you offer that as well. That is part of your business. So when we come back, we'll be joined by a special guest to tell us about her experience with Ascentim. Stay tuned.
Working with Lisa has been life-changing. This experience didn't just strengthen our leaders, it strengthened our culture.
When you think about all of the wonderful experiences that clients have had with Ascentim, it's hard to believe that this company has only been around for 5 years. We're back with founder Lisa L. Baker and now Charisse Beckett. She is the founder and principal consultant of Poise. Hi, Charisse.
Hello there.
Welcome to the show. I want to start with you, Lisa, before we get to you, Charisse. Tell us a little bit why people come to you for coaching.
Yeah, there's a number of reasons why people would want to coach. First of all, anyone who wants to be excellent at what they do, better at what they do, should have a coach.
Okay.
Now, people come to me because they're in some form of transition. They're moving from one level to a next in leadership, and they want support for that level. Sometimes they've just recently earned a promotion, landed their dream job, and the expectations are different than what they had before, and they need help and guidance in doing that. But often it is because of the pressures of leadership, and they're trying to figure out how to balance it all. How do I navigate work and home and lead at the level that I am? So that's often why they seek out a coach.
So it's a good idea to start that early so that you can be prepared as more and more comes your way.
Absolutely. I think, having a coach at every level of leadership is important. Coaching is the best way and the fastest way to move from where you are to where you really want to be.
And Sharice, tell us what you were looking for and why you chose Ascentim.
Yes. So for me, it was all about sustainable leadership. I have been in business a long time. I've seen far too many leaders burn out from trying to do everything, and they're not tapping into their areas of greatness. And one of the things that I wanted to be able to do was really hone in on what I was able to do well and not just do everything and doing it mediocre.
Got it. So you are fully capable of doing it all, but when you hone in on the thing that you do well, that raises everything with your team.
100%, 100%, because it is authentically you. Yeah. It is your areas of greatness, so it is going to be authentically yourself, and that really drew me to Ascentim and to Lisa, quite frankly.
So talk about your experience with coaching with Lisa and her company.
Absolutely. The first time that I met Lisa, I was interviewing several coaches to be my coach, and I had gotten to, she was the second person, and I never picked up the phone again because we connected so very well. She was authentic, she was genuine, she was kind, she was honest. And for me, it was a total match. I swiped right, as they would say.
I love that. And let's talk about the outcomes, though, because what resulted from that relationship and then that training with Ascentim?
Absolutely. When I started with Lisa, I said, one of the things I really want to do is I wanted to start a podcast 3 years ago, and I really didn't know where to start. Or then I realized it wasn't that I didn't know where to start. I didn't start. I just didn't do it. And speaking with her and coaching with her, my area of greatness was being in front of that podcast, on that stage, talking to people. So I launched my Queens Behind the Scenes podcast.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so that I launched, and it's about unsung women heroes. And Lisa was a guest because she's definitely one of my heroes.
Yes.
I actually authored my very first book.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. We had a big celebration in New York for it, so that was amazing. I also started my own coaching business, Poise, which stands for Precision, Optimization, Influence, Strategy, and Endurance. I created a psychometric to go along with that, which is really our instrument into the coaching.
So how can people learn more about you and your company?
Yes, you can go to www.have-poise.com, and you can also reach me on Instagram at Sharice.Beckett.
All right, Sharice, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it. And we've got more Midday Maryland with Lisa and Ascentim right after this. Stay tuned. We're back with Lisa L. Baker, founder of Ascentim, and while we've been talking about the success of her business, we still need to share what's actually at the heart of her business. So Lisa, explain why you are so committed to Ascentim and to Ascentim clients.
I'm so glad that you asked me that, because truly this is my passion. There was nothing in my history or my background that would have ever said I would be a senior executive in corporate America. No one that in my family started their own business or any of that. I often share with people that my parents could have been described as the help. If you read the book or you saw the movie, that was my parents. They left Atlanta in the 50s and moved to St. Louis for a better life, which had them working for a wealthy family. So it was hard for me to navigate corporate spaces. It took me a long time to understand the code, the language, the customs of corporate culture, but I figured it out the hard way. And I don't think it should take anyone else who wants that as long as it took me, and it should not be that hard.
Yeah, and so that's where your passion stems from, the fact that anyone can do this if they have the right coaching. And so you want to provide that coaching for them. We should acknowledge that not everyone can afford that executive coaching. And so that's why it's really important for you to give back as well, right? That's a component of Ascentim.
Yeah, absolutely. Giving back is essential. So, I got that from my mom. My mom was a very generous person. And so part of the way that I give back is to do complimentary coaching sometimes for people who cannot afford coaching. I try to give back at least 10% of the revenue that Ascentim earns to support others.
Yes.
The other part of giving back, I do that through group coaching programs, which makes it more affordable for people who can't afford to work with someone like me one-on-one. So yeah, I try to make it accessible for anyone who really wants it and who's a good fit for Ascentim.
Well, I love that because you don't let the price be the barrier for getting something that actually can propel someone forward in their business and become the leader that you see them to be. And tell us about the Good Biz program, because that's something separate but sort of aligned.
Yes, it is. The Good Biz program was put together by the Goodwill and the Global Good Fund, and it is a program for micro entrepreneurs. These are people who are just starting up their business. They have a passion, but they may not have the business sense, or they often don't have the funding for their business. And so what I do as part of that program is to coach groups of those small business owners who are just starting up to help them learn how to start a business, how to market their business. Sometimes it's even helping them to understand what the business is they want to run, or if they even should.
Wow. And with your experience, I mean, that is really invaluable for them to have that expertise right at their fingertips. So that really is impressive that you do that. Part of celebrating a milestone is, of course, looking ahead. So we just talked about the last 5 years. Where do you expect to go in the next 5 years?
Oh, the next 5 years, I see Ascentim continuing to grow. So one of the things for sure that will happen over the next 5 years is I will license the leadership development program, Think, Connect, Lead, and Act, so that other leaders who want to offer that program in their organizations will be able to do it using the materials and the program that I've created. I see more coaches coming on to Ascentim to do coaching because I'm one person, but I really want to be able to reach as many people as possible with the message that Ascentim has and with the program, so leaders continue to grow and lead boldly.
Well, great information today. We really appreciated having you here. We're not done with you yet, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned. What a pleasure it's been to get to know you and spend some time with you, Lisa, and learn a little bit more about Ascentim. And I want to remind people one more time how they can connect with you and also tell them about that special that you are offering.
Yeah, so the way I always start any new coaching engagement is with a strategy session. That's a time to get to know the client, for the person to get to know me as well, to make sure that we're going to be a good fit for each other. So they can go to ascentim.com/contact to schedule a 30-minute complimentary consultation so that we can navigate and see if it's a good fit.
Okay.
Now, I have several coaching packages, 3 months, 6 months, a year-long coaching package.
Okay.
But for the anniversary, any coaching package that one would choose will be 25% off.
Oh, wow.
So that's 5% off for each of the 5 years that I've been in business.
Oh, I love that. All right. I want to say congratulations on the 5th anniversary of Ascentim. We are wishing you many more years of success. And thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Bye for now.